Now, oh, my voice is getting worse. It's now 6:44 p.m. and I've wasted a whole lot of time, and I don't feel like I've accomplished much. Car is still not charging, although I'm going to plug it back in, so at least it looks like I'm here for a reason. I do have the car locked already. I looked on PlugShare. This is very confusing. Looking at this, like the logo I'm seeing is Envoy, Culdesac. Envoy, come to find out, is these rental cars. I'm assuming you rent by the hour or mile. I don't know. But I'm thinking that, Envoy would also be the app, the car chargers. It is not. There's a logo on the car charger, but it's way down here, and it was like covered in dirt, powered by EV Passport. So I looked on, PlugShare, and this is the listing for Culdesac public chargers on PlugShare. And according to that, it's EV Passport, which of all the apps I have downloaded and installed, EV Passport is not one of them. So I downloaded the EV Passport app, and usually the way it works when I download an EV charger app, and it's one of the biggest pain in the asses of owning EVs. And mind you, it's not an everyday annoyance. Most of the time I'm charging at chargers that I've been at before, on networks I've used before. Wow, that's not a good sign. That orange light there tells me my 12-volt battery is low. Okay, it knows that I'm plugged in, so I'm plugged vehicle to start. I think the little green logo means I'm plugged in. It's my understanding the little orange light on my dash means the 12-volt battery is low. That's one thing that's kind of a notorious issue with the EV6, and I don't know if it's all the Hyundai eGMP cars or specifically the EV6, but they are kind of notorious for the 12-volt battery not always having enough charge, and the component, I forget what the hell it's called, but the component that's in the car that's the EV equivalent of a alternator that basically takes power from the EV battery and sends it to the 12-volt battery. I forget what the hell that's called, the ICCU. Don't ask me what that stands for. It's known to fail and known to not adequately charge the battery, which gets the equivalent of a dead car, just like when your car won't start because your battery is dead. It's the same kind of thing. For those who've never seen
charging unsuccessful.
Thank you. Never seen the underside of an EV. This isn't, when people talk about an EV battery, they're talking about the battery that propels the car and runs the car. It also runs the air conditioning system and the heater, but EVs also have a 12-volt battery just like any other car. And if it dies, I can jump start it just like any other car. It's just kind of funny. I remember somebody in I can't remember, was it probably an electric vehicle, probably the EV6 subreddit. So he was talking about, oh yeah, it really sucks because if it dies, you can't get a jump start like you can in a regular car. And I was like, pretty sure you can. And pretty much everybody in the forum sounded off like, when it's a 12-volt battery, what makes you think you can't jump start it? And you need is 12 volts present and enough in the 12-volt system for it to do what it does, and then you're running off the EV battery, which I do believe I'm running off the EV battery right now because the car is actually on. It doesn't idle. EVs don't idle, but it's on as opposed to being in accessory mode. The infotainment stuff all runs on the 12-volt battery. You see, there's the positive connector, connected just like any other jumper cable. I know it's not an engine. That's the frunk. Got my portable charger in there. I seem to have lost my 110 adapter, so I can't even use the damn thing until I figure out where it is. A couple weeks ago for shits and grins, I used that over at the parking garage at the Fry's in downtown Phoenix, and it worked great and it charged. And I think when I unplugged it, I unplugged the charger from the 110 volt adapter, and yeah, I think I unplugged it from that and left my adapter there. It's not an expensive adapter, it's not a big deal, but it is kind of frustrating. And my air conditioning's on. May as well shut that off. Here, I wonder if the orange light's off. It is not. It has me thinking I should drive around for a while. The orange light makes me nervous, although it started right up without issues. I don't know. If I shut it off, I'll be all right. I just wonder if it being plugged in but not actually charging like that is going to cause a problem. Shut off. Yeah, the orange light went off. There's like two of them up there. There's one on the right and one on the left. I don't know. I should maybe look in the user's manual and find out what the fuck that means. Anyway, as I was saying, I downloaded the EV Passport app. Well, first I downloaded the app. Yeah, I downloaded the EV Passport app and found that no problem. Because I honestly didn't see the little tiny logo until much later. But I downloaded that because that's what it said to use in PlugShare. Because interestingly enough, it doesn't say that on the charger anywhere. Usually chargers say, like, right on them what you need to do to charge with it. And anyway, so I did that. And normally when I download a new app, as I was going to say, like, most of the time I'm using ChargePoint. Like, I'm using apps I've already used. I've already gone through the initial pain of setting it up. I'm set up, I'm good. The ChargePoint, I got a fob. I just, if this was the ChargePoint charger, I would plug it in, I would walk up to it, I would tap that, and it would go verifying, and then I'd be charging, just like that. Easy peasy. But, yeah, it's not ChargePoint, it's EV Passport. Never used EV Passport before. So every time I use a new one that I haven't used before, I have to download and install the app, go in the Play Store, do all that, kind of a pain in the ass. I wonder if that's an apartment or not. Like, you'd think if that was somebody's apartment, it would have a apartment number. But you just see a door and a power outlet down there with the cover. No apartment number. I mean, it's like a utility room. Yeah, make no mistake, this is not a car-free community. It's a fancy. It's an apartment complex. Granted, it's a very unique apartment complex, but as you can see, it is not car-free, and it's very much an apartment complex. I smell weed. I smell barbecue. Anyway, I'm walk and talk. Go a little further into the car's locked. I'm sure it'll be fine. 12-volt battery is probably a little lower than it should be, but it'll be fine. I've got lots of bike racks. Of course, Tempe is one of the leaders in the nation, if not the highest in the nation, for bike theft. So I certainly wouldn't want to lock my bike outside like that. Like the murals, that's cool. I got music piped out here, that's neat. Air Garage, scan here, pay. Paid parking from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. So if you live here and you park overnight, you need to pay for it. But I guess it's free parking till 11, so I'm good to go right now. That's good to know. I was kind of concerned about leaving my car here. Of course, kind of a different animal being on a EV charger. I'm kind of subject to the issues with the EV. Whereas I think if you're doing the paid parking here, no, there's no sign. I was wondering if there's little signs to indicate what spot you're at. I don't see that. There's signs on the lights. It's like paid parking, free from 8 to 11, overnight parking, paid parking from 11 to 8, text pay to, phone number, scan the QR code. Okay. That just kind of duplicates the information on the sign over there. Definitely a different concept from typical apartments. You know, usually apartment complexes, that's not a good sound. You get either a reserved parking spot with your lease, or you just hope that there's enough parking spots to cover you while you live there, but you don't pay for that. And here, if you want to own a car and park overnight, I've heard that if you own a car, you can't lease here. I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It doesn't seem, I don't know. Yeah, just so I noticed these signs. Eats to the south. Nice streets up. Shops. Up in the Culdesac, here's a map. Yeah. Oh, this is definitely bigger than it was when I looked at it. So we got Wildermuth Avenue. Visitor parking, I'm right there. So yeah, each block seems to be self-contained, so you can't actually get to apartments unless you have a key. So you can't go knock on your friend's door. That kind of sucks. I think of so much of the times when I've lived in Tempe before everybody had cell phones, where I just show up at friends' places and knock on their door and like, hey, Dan, what's up? Let's burn one. Or hang out, have some beers, whatever. Culdesac Park, La Pond, I'm guessing a dog walk park. Little Choya Plaza. You are here. Anyway, back to my EV charging issues. I really want to follow the dog. We got shops here. Botox filler, IV therapy, vitamin boosters, dose of youth. A little sign up there says dose of youth. Of course, this time of day they're not open. And they have little unit numbers. So it's supposed to be like mixed use to where, everything's walking. You just walk to the businesses. You don't have to drive. But obviously, like, need more than Botox. Yeah, they have little unit numbers in there. I'm all for mixed use complexes. That's cool. Red House Pastry does not look open. Tempe, Arizona clothing store. It does look open. It looks open, whatever it is. I hate script, illegible script fonts. I can't read that. Something Designs, I guess. Magony Design Shop. Specialty Gifts, Home Accents, Artisan Jewelry Studio, DIY Workshops, Permanent Jewelry. Scan here to follow along. Got a little sign. It's up there where I can't even really see it. It's kind of neat how they have those signs there, but they're all obscured. No Wildermuth block. Building A, apparently. Okay, color coordinated signs, I like that. Oh, this is nice and open. Apparently, from what I've read, they do a lot of events and stuff, so it's they're kind of targeting young singles. It's a kind of a community lifestyle sort of place, and that's cool. Looks like they're delivering that. I do like the little patios. I forget how much these places rent for, but they're considerably smaller than the apartment I have and considerably more expensive. But again, if you combine what I pay for my storage plus my apartment, it'd be what an apartment here is. But yeah, I'm a lot better where I'm at. Anyway, Botanicals Plant Shop. That's neat. This one doesn't have one of those sandwich signs up front. Candle and Soap Bar. I did see this place featured in one of the videos that I saw. Right, Candle Company. Ones that I saw. Yeah, something I saw in one of the videos that I watched about Culdesac that I thought was pretty positive was it talked about how these businesses are actually attached to apartments. So I'm guessing maybe the patio and the windows above or the apartment that goes with the storefront. So the people that have businesses here presumably live here as well. It's not just rented out retail spots. Sarah Bash's MD Primary Care. Wow, there's actually a doctor's office here. That's something I hadn't know. That's not one that I've seen mentioned in the videos I've seen about this place. Ken Can created Japanese homeware snack style stationery. That's neat. Or big electric transformers. Bath and body by Olivia. Somebody lost their sandwich shop. Transformers not all painted up nice. I do like the tile work and stuff here. That's pretty neat. What's this? Artadillo Electric. Artadillo Electric. I'm guessing that's another business. Oh, Artadillo Electric. Home lifestyle brand. No alcohol beyond this point. Oh wow, this walkway I can go down. It's interesting they have a no alcohol beyond this point sign. Pretty sure I can drink anywhere on the property I rent that I feel like drinking on. But yeah, they have that area available for drinking and stuff. Yeah, this is one. Looks like it. I'm disappointed because the other videos I've seen of this complex, it shows people walking through these little walkways and stairs and stuff that go to where the apartments are. And come to find out, that's all behind locked gates that apparently use a physical metal key. So I think I see what's going on here. It looks like all these little spots here where the signs are they're hoping will optimistically be small businesses. As you can see, there's two there that are vacant. Not a lot of demand. Gate out of order. 16 East Wildermuth. I will say this is definitely unique, and I like it. I like that it's dirt as opposed to. That's interesting. There's no number on this one, and there's no sign on this one, but it looks like that's somebody's home. A little wreath there. It's the same thing here. It's funny now, it doesn't have a number. Another one right there. I will give this place credit. I mean, it's not a car-free. It's not a car-free city, but it definitely is a unique apartment complex. And we are in the surveillance state. I'm definitely being watched by somebody. I noticed where I was trying to charge my car, there was one of those directly across. So another one was maybe a business spot, maybe not. Put a speaker in there. It's a bucket. Looks like somebody kicked the bucket. Oh, and in the map, so there'd be future development there. Looks like all the blocks are color-coded. 2026 Wildermuth, 2036 Wildermuth. C. I don't think this is the walkway that I walked on the first time. So this is how they comply with fire code. This is a fire lane, so if they need to get a fire truck in here, an ambulance, they can come in this way. But other than that, nobody's allowed to drive in these. But yeah, that's why we got so much space between these buildings. And more surveillance. Oh yeah, I'm definitely being surveilled. I like the awnings on the windows. There's Technology Connections did a video talking about awnings. A lot of awnings on the windows here. That's a nice touch. Talking about somebody's got a welcome mat. It's interesting. These are apartments with no numbers on them whatsoever. It's like, oh, I'm the blue door. Good luck finding it. I'm the green door. Good luck finding it. Yeah, Technology Connections did a. Oh, this is the park. This is the park. I guess that's the dog area there. That's fenced in. And more bike racks. And of course, no bikes locked in it, because that's just asking to get your bike stolen. Yeah, I did this video about awnings, and how it seems funny that awnings are so uncommon in Phoenix, a place where you could really make a difference on your heating costs and making windows a little less uncomfortable. These are pretty small awnings, but they're different awnings up there. That's neat. I'm back out in Wildermuth. Looks like all of Wildermuth is designated as 2-hour parking. More mailboxes. Lots of big mailboxes. This is a whole lot bigger than I thought it was. A friend of mine messaged me and asked me to call him and hang out. I feel like an ass. I haven't called her back, but I don't know. I'm here. I'm on this adventure now. Hopefully when I call her, it's not too late. So anyway, back to my charging misadventure. Yeah, I download EV Passport. All those apps, they all generally work the same way. You download it, create a profile, put in your name and address and all that stuff, which I did. Most of them ask what kind of car you have. This one didn't ask that. It just asked the basic, my name, I think. Put in your phone number and do a code. So I think the rest of this area here, which is closed off as parking, is supposed to be where they're going to expand Culdesac. That's where the plan is, I think. Somebody driving down the road with me. We have businesses to the south. I don't see entrances to those businesses. I see the business. It looks like we got other new fancy apartment complexes going in. It's so funny how all these nice luxury apartment complexes are springing up along Apache out here. As when I lived in Tempe and when I was a cab driver, this stretch of Apache, this was kind of the ghetto. The blocks, you can't get in there locked. Oh, what is this? Culdesac, temporary retail visitor parking. No overnight parking violation will be towed. Huh. So at least they're acknowledging that little tiny parking lot is not enough. Plans for future development. Solar panel on it. I dig how it's dirt. There's the entrance off Wildermuth. So yeah, this is all cul-de-sac, all parking. Apparently they do some big events here in that courtyard area. I'm trying to get people to come that don't live here. So my friend that I'm supposed to be calling lives a little bit to the north of here, her and her husband. I feel like they met each other at my karaoke show, but I'm not sure. It's been so long ago. Anyway, they and she used to be a karaoke host. I used to go to her shows all the time. Anyway, fire hydrant, a fire lane. Car free does not mean golf cart free. A very nice golf cart. Retail dining beer garden. So yeah, this area, when I lived in Tempe and was here before, along East Apache, used to be pretty ghetto. Apache used to be US 60, the old US highway system before the interstates were a thing. So that was the highway going on east and other parts of the United States. Culdesac, this way, retail and restaurants. More bike racks that nobody uses. Benches that nobody uses. What we got here? Pool hours, Monday through Sunday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's open. It's really the pool time of year. Looks like they use some kind of a RFID key to get in here, so it's locked. Looks like it's got a nice pool. That's pretty cool. I'm being watched. Anyway, yeah, this stretch used to be a lot of old hotels, dumpy hotels, old hotels that had been turned into dumpy apartments or weekly rental type apartments. A lot of sketchy kind of stuff, and then some other like apartment complexes that were like cheap apartment complexes. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm driving through here and I see so many things that remind me of years gone by here. Fake vegetation, fancy. And when I said that, the complex that was to my right, which of course y'all couldn't see because I was using the camera with the phone mount with the camera pointed at me, but we got like brick and stuff here. These more businesses? Sure is. That's neat. This is part, a little bit of grass and a drain. Some of them, I can't walk through those walkways in between the residences. And kind of tripping on how there seem to be residences that have these unmarked doors. Wonder if they're somehow tied. I think those are back doors tied to apartments that have entrances inside. Certainly unique architecture here, I dig it. Archways and stuff. And there goes the light rail. That's the thing that they hype. Hey, you don't need a car to live here because there's a light rail station. And there is. Of course, I've seen some people that have complained about one of the things that sucks about living here is that you hear the train beeping, and I can hear the train beeping. There's a dog run. So many bike racks unused. So many benches unused. That's nice out right now. That looks like a Wi-Fi antenna. So, wonder if they got a really good what if they have a really good Wi-Fi network here, or just you can run Wi-Fi all over the place. That's something I did read in a review on Google Reviews. Some of the Google reviews, most of them really positive Google reviews of this place, are people talking about how they just came for a tour to check it out, and the people in the rental office gave them a great tour and they loved it. But not too many reviews by actual residents. There was one review by a resident who just hated the place, was talking about how awful it was. Beauty and Body by Olivia. Build your own face mask bar. Wow. What's this? Sign backlit, so I totally can't read it. Prosum Servicing, whatever that is. Not sure what's going on in here. Open, walk-ins welcome. Aura Inked. I'm thinking it's a tattoo parlor. That's awesome. Certainly fits the demographics they're trying to get in here. Young and whatever you would call a single yuppie in 2025. Anyways, you can see in the surrounding area, we've got new luxury apartment complexes surrounding us. And it feels like all the old, it looks like one of the old hotels over there in between the new apartments in the back. Yeah, all the old trailer parks and old Route 60 hotels, they're gone. They're gone. All the old cheap apartment complexes, they're gone. It's it's gentrification. I do like that they've got interesting angles here. There's a basic house right angle. That's neat. Those random doors. It's wild to me. That's how they're unmarked. Another one over there. This looks like another dog park. Yeah, there's where you get your poop bags. Dispose of your poop bags. Please use the poop bags. Yeah, at least it has grass for the dogs to poop on, as opposed to the fake turf. And my friend that's got the really nice condo downtown. I haven't been talking to her lately. She got back with her husband, ex-husband, whatever it is. Anyway, it's her complex has a place for dogs to pee outside, like one of the, not quite on the roof, but like up high, And when you get up there, it's so sketchy. It's just like a little square of. Oh, there's the sandwich signs for the stores further up. Fine line tattoos are inked, and there's the beauty body by Olivia. I do see people hanging out here. That's something. It's really nice out right now. I mean, we're hitting the hot time of the year. It was definitely pretty hot this afternoon, but well, somebody's got some kind of a little concession stand of some kind over here that stays here. Culdesac, someplace better. Oh, that's like a bicycle food cart. Labeled Culdesac. Some kind of sign on there. And it was broken. Yeah, what you call it? That's the bean bags. What the hell they call that? Cornhole. Like the old school barrels. The umbrellas. The tables and stuff here. Mobile golf simulator. Alrighty then. And this looks like it's a bar at some point in time, made out of a shipping container. That's neat. Wonder when this opens. I gotta admit, it does definitely offer more than your basic apartment complex. I'll give it that. We got more. A cornhole over here. We got some beer pong tables. Happy Dad, hard seltzer. Never tried that, but that's one of the drinks that I stock when I do the coolers for Circle K. I need to pick up a couple more shifts like that. It's been a while since I've done it. I kind of miss my 2 hours in the cooler in Ahwatukee. So anyway, back to mine. Oh, what we got? We got Jenga. We got not giant Jenga, but bigger Jenga. That's cool. I don't see a lot of people hanging out and having that community that people talk about here, but what is this? Giant Legos. Holy shit. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. They're giant ass Legos. I feel like a kid playing with Legos. That's neat. I like to have music playing. Hopefully I don't get a copyright match for that. I like that song. Oh, look at the street sign thing up here. And get on the other side, hopefully get a capture of it. Dose of Youth. Lighthouse Pastry makes the designs, work up botanicals. Dr. Bash's. That's neat. Signs promoting each little business that they have. Where it's at. So used. Neat. That's neat. Somebody biking through. Apparently that's allowed here. That's a good thing. I wonder what their position is on riding electric scooters through here. I haven't seen one yet. Oddly enough, I haven't seen any rental ones. This looks like retail space over here. I don't know what this is. Home. Private resident area. Culdesac leasing. There's the leasing office. And that closed at 5 o'clock, which is about the time that I finished my, my Jitsu route. So anyway, back to the app. I'm on the EV Passport app. Well, it's kind of wild that they have their electric panels just open like that. I could shut off the breakers if I wanted to be difficult. No, I don't want to do that, but it's kind of wild. So funny. The hype this is being car free. Like there's not a big strobe right over here. Oh, it's more of a small stroke. 2 lanes each direction with 2 light rail tracks in the middle. So it's mixed use. It's a little less, not completely car-centric. It's not Bell Road. It's not the Strode hell that is 44th Street where I live. There's on-street parking here now. There didn't used to be on-street parking on Apache. I think this is a bike lane. No, the paint is faded now. I think this is supposed to be a bike lane here. I'm standing in. Not sure what's up with the solar panel there. Well, at least they're promoting scooters. Young gal on an electric scooter. Live here now. Visit us at culdesac.com/Tempe. I like that it's a /Tempe, so whoever owns this is certainly looking at building similar communities elsewhere. I gotta admit, I like the concept. I do feel like some of the videos I've seen about it kind of build it into more than it is, but to be fair, now that I've walked through it, it's a little bit more than I thought it was. So there's that. No, is it really all that much better than this apartment complex that's right across the street, which I am not familiar with? I don't think that existed the last time I went down there. Since there's been light rail on Apache, I tend to avoid Apache like the plague because over $3,000 in mobility benefits. Yeah, I think you get a free transit pass if you live here. That's where future expansion is going to be. Bike, bus, bike, walk, rail, Tempe and Mission. Now, Tempe is definitely more than any other part of Phoenix is kind of pushing towards being less car-centric, but make no mistake, it's car-centric as fuck. Yep, all 2-hour parking. There didn't used to be parking on Apache, so that's new. Home parking 15 feet. Yeah, because we can't block the fire hydrant. Hello. Well, there's really nothing to see walking this direction. It's like some of the old businesses from before the, actually somebody on the bike lane. There's a gem and a woman with her butt in the air. I like the pose, we have to keep holding it. New trees and stuff. Just thinking of what this stretch of Apache was like the last time I walked down it, which would have probably been 18 years ago. It was a whole lot different than before the light rail. So anyway, back to my EV Passport app. I downloaded to put the basic information in. And usually after that, like if you want to actually charge, usually after that you end up with a map, or you can look and see where chargers are located on the network. And then if you actually want to use one, you need to put in some kind of bank card. So they have a way of billing you for EV charging. I like the artwork on that one. So anyway, I'm looking in the app, but I can't see any way to put in a bank card or any kind of information. I see one button that takes me to customer support, and I see a nice bike shop out front. Archer's Bikes. I saw a negative review of this place complaining that it didn't have any children's bikes. Yeah, this complex definitely is not catering towards families or anybody with children. That's a good children, 2011. No one's home signs, private resident area. This one looks a lot more closed in than the ones further inside. Yeah, got somebody's Tesla. Hey, finally a rental scooter. Nomad Boba. There's some very positive stuff about the Boba shop. That looks open. Looks like we got people chilling in there. Train. Well, got a whole bunch of bird scooters here in the spot that's designated as no parking for the fire hydrant. I'm sure if a fire truck needs to pull up there, those scooters are getting checked. Try to pronounce that. I got no voice today anyway. This place seems kind of popular. Yeah, pedestrian crossing here. Pedestrian crossing here to go over to the light rail station. I will give Culdesac and also the city of Tempe credit and the other developers in this area. It does look like they're really trying to build a walkable neighborhood here. I guess when I heard of the location here, I just kept thinking about what this neighborhood was like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and thinking, I wouldn't want to walk in that neighborhood. But it certainly looks a lot different now. Well, I don't see a lot of people walking. I do see some people out and about. We got our walk signal. Train platform over there. So this is the Smith Street light rail station. Blue Works. Yeah, I think they're going for mixed use in this place too. I mean, you can see on the ground floor, it looks like they hope to have retail and restaurants going here. But it all looks vacant. Bike racks, unused, vacant. Well, I'll give Culdesac props for one thing. This complex across the street, I think it's called Blue. It, live, work, Blue. It looks like this place actually has indoor panels, like a screen to get in. I went into a more modern complex like that to deliver a box today. I didn't need a screen to get in. I just walked right in, walked over to the door, and put their box down. All new sidewalks over here. This is so different from how I remember it. Wow, I like this. Actually, you got 2 spots that say ride share only. I'm a little miffed that it doesn't say taxi only, but I guess I'm still living in another decade. Nobody really uses taxis anymore. It's all ride share. Well, I like the lighting on the mural. Sun's going down. Can't believe it's been such a long video, and I still haven't explained what happened with the EV passport app. Anyway. Stupidness. It's just the only thing. I couldn't find any place to put in financial information. When I looked at the map, it didn't show any chargers in this area, and when I tried to scan it, it scanned the QR code right there on the charger, and it did absolutely nothing. It's like it wasn't even a code there. At what point I got kind of frustrated and figured, well, let's see if maybe I can charge with the that other app. I forget what the hell it's called, Envelope, I think. And no, that's just for renting cars. And I did get signed up. It was kind of a lengthy sign-up procedure, which makes sense. I mean, that's renting a car. Hello. Now leasing, Blue. It's blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. Wow, and here's Smith Street. Smith Street is closed. I noticed that when I was delivering food boxes to the north of here, I noticed that it was closed, but interesting, they're putting in medians. The city of Tempe's wanting to do some kind of a streetscape here. Try to make this a pedestrian-oriented street, bicycle-oriented street. If you take Smith all the way to the north, from here it's 1 mile to Tempe Marketplace, which is a big strip mall, outdoor strip mall that has concerts and other events. I actually saw Fuel there, the band Fuel. Couldn't believe it. Honestly, God, it's one of the best concerts I've ever been to. I definitely put Fuel in probably the top 20 concerts that I've ever been to. I couldn't believe it. I'm watching it in a fucking mall. It was a free show in a mall. I also took my daughter Allison to see Lovely, the band there. And they've turned into a one-hit wonder. Nobody really remembers Lovely, the band. But it was a great show. I did some cover songs. Nobody really knew them. But I really enjoyed them. And I have no voice today, so this probably won't help anybody, but they had the song Broken. It was probably like a decade ago. So, I'm trying to remember how that goes. Da 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 da, broken like you. I don't know. I can't sing right now. I got no voice. Anyway, I just remember I really liked the song, and I can't remember enough to sing it. Post Office, that's been here for forever. Well, not forever, but I remember when it was Post Office in the 1990s. It's like the only thing in the neighborhood here that just looks familiar to me. Everything else looks not how I remember.
Passengers must have a destination when riding Valley Metro Rail. Thank you for respecting the ride.
That, for me, is the silliest and most unenforceable law and questionably unconstitutional rule. Must have a destination when riding light rail. I don't have a destination right now. I'm just fucking walking down the street, exercising my First Amendment right to record in public spaces. Post office looks so out of place now. So Smith Street to the south, it's all closed off right now. And this is Martin Lane, I think. Yeah, Martin Lane. It's so funny how there's a light on Martin Lane and you can cross the tracks on Martin Lane. But there's the big button. There's the big button. Thor's Harvest Delivery Service. They're delivering. I find it funny when they put in the light rail how they made it to where Smith is just like a side street. And there's a traffic light for Martin. Because Smith is the half-mile street that goes to the north. It goes all the way to Rio Salado. Up to, takes you right into the Tempe Marketplace Shopping Center. But Martin Lane is nothing. Martin Lane to the south. This goes to Wildermuth, turns left. Wildermuth goes to Price. Doesn't really connect to anything else. Now here's something old school from before the gentrification. Bob's Tire Corral. Yes, what things are available in this walking neighborhood that's supposed to be moving beyond car-centric infrastructure? Well, how about a ghetto tire shop? Because, yeah, if you're living a car-free lifestyle, you definitely need yourself a tire shop nearby. Thor Harvest really promoting their wares out here. Yeah, this is not a car-free room at all. We got lots of cars. It's so funny. So many of the videos for Culdesac. I guess that's where my negativity's been coming from, as they try to make it sound like it's this car-free city. It's like, nah, it's just an interestingly marketed apartment complex. It's very much inside a car-centric city next to a stroad that happens to have a light rail on it. So, traffic lights and lots of cars. Even the Valley Metro staff and whatnot, they get to and fro in cars. You know, they use their own transit center to get to their own transit vehicles. What the hell we got over here? Cycle. I'm not sure what this place is. I can't read that sign. My vision sucks. No trespassing, private property. Welcome home, La Paloma. Now, this is the apartment complex that's on the other side of the wall that I'm parked next to inside Culdesac. Pretty traditional Arizona apartment complex, probably built in the 1980s, maybe late 1970s. I don't know. This looks like pretty much 1980s to me. (1975) East Apache. This is the kind of apartments that I grew up in. This is the kind of stuff most of my friends lived in. We got, door for each apartment, little walkways, little private patios. Most of my friends have lived in apartments similar to this. To be fair, I haven't lived in too many apartments like this, but yeah, this is normal. Parking spots for everybody. Of course, the reviews for this place are pretty negative too. People talking about how their cars got broken into and jacked here. So, but definitely a different vibe on the other side of the wall. But if they were truly a walkable community, would there be a wall between this walkable residential area that is straight residential, doesn't have any businesses in it, and that? And we got a big wall that goes the entire length of this complex. Separates it from Culdesac. And I would imagine the rents in this place are cheaper than Culdesac. Although maybe not. Culdesac seems to get you on not giving you a place to park, whereas this place includes parking. And it's something you do have to pay for. I mean, you don't pay for it, it's baked into your rent. But, in that place, transit passes are baked into your rent. So anyway, as I said, I never did get my car charging. I actually tried to call EV Passport support, and I was on hold. Dealt with an automated voice that probably couldn't understand me because my voice is shot right now, so I can barely understand me. So funny how it used to be on one side of that wall was a trailer park, and then on this thing it was like an industrial building. And we got no connectivity to Wildermuth. I do dig that there is no big wall on the south side of Culdesac, that all those walkways go to Wildermuth. Not that Wildermuth really goes anywhere, but I like that it does. Whereas this complex that I'm in here, as you see, there's a big wall and just no access to this complex from Wildermuth, which sucks. I mean, imagine I have an apartment there and I want to go to a business that's on Wildermuth because I have a job there. I'd probably find myself hopping this stupid wall. And walls like that are what makes places not walkable. So props to, I don't dig the fact there's a wall separating this from Culdesac, but I'm pretty sure that that's not Culdesac's wall. It's probably this apartment complex's wall. There's somebody going around the corner from Martin. Big delivery vehicle going around the corner from Martin to Wildermuth. But yeah, you have no connectivity in this complex to Wildermuth at all. None. Wall all the way around. And of course the purpose is to try to keep people out, so they don't break into cars. But according to the reviews for this apartment complexes, people be breaking into cars here anyway. Yeah, that's Martin right there. Yeah, if this apartment complex didn't have that big wall, and it was just open between the parking lot and Holdermuth and Martin, it would make this complex walkable as well. I mean, at least this one I can walk through. There's no locking gates. Stop me from walking in the walkways between the apartments. Oh, we do have a gate here where you can get in, get over to Martin Drive, Martin Lane, whatever the hell it's called. It looks like on the other side we got more new, modern, gentrified apartments that have gone in. It looks like here on Martin Lane we've got unrestricted on-street parking. Wonder how many people live in Culdesac and park their car over here and walk over, because this is one of the few places you can park. My friend, who I really should call, I feel like I asked I didn't call her sooner, invited me to come over and hang out with her and her husband. They said that they had somebody that moved into Culdesac and asked if they could rent their driveway to park their car. From what I've read, it's very expensive to park there overnight. The QR code and stuff that I showed you there. There's a street sign for Martin Lane in Wildermuth. Big UPS facility over there. Never noticed that before. I'm not sure if it's probably their entrance. It doesn't look like a major entrance though. I don't know, maybe that UPS complex has a entrance further to the east of McClintock. No, apparently not. I'm seeing big UPS trucks going this way. There's the entrance. Follow the big brown truck. I got this guy parked on the sidewalk. With his engine her engine idling. Looking at her phone. And there's the wall that makes that apartment complex inaccessible from the street. Although, wow, look at this. You can tell there used to be an entrance here, but they just added that wall to. As you can see, the curb drops down. So there used to be an entrance there. There's an entrance to UPS. Well, if you had a good paying job at UPS and you lived in Culdesac, you'd be good to go without a vehicle. I mean, the thought of me going back to living without a vehicle is nightmare fuel. Love my car, but so. So disappointed all the walkways in between the apartments and stuff are closed off. I was kind of hoping to wander through some of those. Because some of the other videos I've seen about Culdesac where people are wandering through those, they look really nice. And I was hoping to walk through those myself, but I can't. There's my car. So I'm there on an EV charger, not charging. I can't get the EV passport app to work. EV Pay, the orange light went off, that's good. And EV passport, yeah, I talked to a robot for a while and it didn't seem to understand me, and then it said it was going to connect me to customer service. Said it was going to connect me to customer service, and then after being on hold for a while, they said that there was no customer service available. Well, there's somebody using the. So I did sign up for that app, by the way, to use a little rental car, and I'm not going to do that right now, but I did sign up, and they said it'd take a day. Could take up a day for the approval and background checks to go through, and they went through almost instantly. So probably helped that I just did that it was done by Checker, and I just did the Checker background, not background check, but the Checker driving MVR check. That I just did that with Winolo for Jitsu. So at least they probably, their automation probably saw that and like, oh, we just ran this guy's MVR. Yeah, he's clean. So, I could take one of the Envoy. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Envoy. I could take one of the Envoy cars right now, but the only one that's here, somebody's taken off in it. So. I do want to walk through the main walkway. I've walked quite a bit through this property, but I haven't gone that way. And I'm going to wrap this up because, damn, I've wasted a whole hour. Really boring video. Oh, I do want to look over at that Tesla, too. Obviously, those people are using the Envoy app. It must not be too difficult to use. Like I said, I did get signed up on that. Kind of thinking about doing that tonight, but I'll do that some other time. I mean, I got my whip right there. So we got a Tesla charging here, plugged into this one. So green light means ready. Ready. Green light says ready. That light says charge. That light says full. So we got this Tesla person doing the same thing I did. He's just plugged in, making it look like he's charging. That's funny. That's absolutely hilarious. Fancy trash compactor. Wonder what's up with this over here. Oh my God. These are actually designated spots for Waymo. Never seen that before. Waymo, autonomous parking only. There's the regular Culdesac parking QR code. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 designated spots just for Waymo. You know, when they're talking about transportation benefits, since they're kind of trying to target market people who don't drive cars, don't have personal vehicles here, I wonder how much of that includes Waymo. Now I kind of want to go talk to the leasing agents. Right, some kind of parking signs here that have been taken down. It looks like Velcro. No, I don't know what sign was there, but it's been taken down. Some kind of adhesive tape or something. Now I'm curious. Not like I'm leaving where I'm at. Which on that note, I think my lease expires at the end of this month. I always forget if it's the end of April or end of May. Which is weird because my landlord hasn't been bugging me about renewing my lease. So I do definitely want to get another lease. I don't want to be stuck month to month. What the hell? Oh, that fancy electric thing for emptying all the big trash cans. Isn't that nifty? 2003. Home. Western. So it looks like we got some apartment buildings that are more like traditional indoor, just little hallways that aren't like the courtyards of where I went earlier. Oh, nice Porsche. I love the murals. I mean, the whole place doesn't have it, but there are quite a few. Alright, somebody parked a bird scooter here. That's cool. Oh, wow. Looks like we got another car charger over here. Wonder what the odds are of this being on a different network. Oh, same shit. Envoy Culdesac. There's definitely more chargers here than what was listed on PlugShare. I mean, I lost count of how many they are, but there's another one right there. Oh, I was hoping this was going to be a locking cage for bicycles, but it's not. It's just shaded bicycle parking to get the sun off of it. That's a good thing. More cool murals. So disappointed that I'm here for all this time and my car hasn't been charging. Which is fine. I got plenty of juice on the car. I don't know what battery percentage is right now, but it's, I don't know, I feel like it's over 60. It's nothing to worry about. Fire lane. Emergency vehicles only be on display. Grocery. Oh, I've heard it's like an Asian market. It's not like a real grocery store. You are here. What's his name? Food plus drink plus shopping. It's not much, but it's something. Amenities for residents. There's a package room, grocery delivery pickup. Oh, that's cool, grocery delivery. Because, grocery delivery is a thing. You can have Fry's or Walmart deliver your groceries. So if you don't have a car, just have it delivered to you. Resident gym, put one hot tub, dog park. Light rail station, pickup drop off. Bird scooter parking, car sharing charging. Charging. Scooter. Pickup drop off. Ah, that's the gym right there. There's apartment numbers. So we got those apartments there and those apartments in there. And that one looks like it has a courtyard. That one looks like it just has halls. And these are the ones that are. It's an interesting layout for sure. It's different. Electric Avenue. A rock onto Electric Avenue. Old Toyo Plaza. Culdesac. Let's see. More neighbors coming soon. Busan Mart, K-pop station. Busan Mart, that's your grocery store. Busan Mart. I'm gonna go in there and see if I can get something to drink. Does seem like people use it. I like the tables out front.